TV, where your matter now we own. My name na Princess Aniana, and I welcome you to our morning program Inside Naija. And you know, as we take the duam every Mondays to Fridays, we'll first waka enter inside the newspapers where they out today as many as possible. Make we for tell you what's in the inside the front pages, and also to ginger you to make a point to get at least one of these papers, read the full gist inside. When we finish that one, that's not the part one of Inside Niger. The part two will be when our sabi person go pieces all of the big stories them for you. One of the big stories now inside the news, na the Igiaga between Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and the Senate leadership. Waiting be the updates there, how the matter they go. Stay with us for you to know about another victory, na Peter Obi, before Anambra State Governor, where the para on top some doings them for the country. But you're going to need to deal with us after the front page of newspapers to know within all of that they talk about. I beg, no go anywhere. We they come back now. Sharply this morning, the front pages of the newspaper and the biggest and the first paper for we hand this morning at the Punch newspaper. And inside the Punch, there's still on top this plenty water palava where they happen. States don't begin now the strong hand, the strong leg on top inside the action them because 233 people now don't die so far. 121,000 persons now no get where to stay again. NEMA don't say Naija. Adamawa, Lagos, now be the states where plenty water palava don't affect pass in 2025 as houses, farmlands don't wash through away. Our forest reserve don't hit $42 billion, and that now the highest inside 6 years. For the issue of Olubadan, the coronation rites for Ladoja don't start with prayers. Still inside the Punch newspaper, Fubara don't take go now go see Oga President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but therefore enter room discourse on how to maintain the peace inside River State. The NDS, that now our Bureau of Statistics, don't announce 4.23% growth inside the economy. But Labour, they say, we don't believe that. To take know how the Igiaga they go down, enter inside the Punch newspaper of today. Make you foresee every. Now the next newspaper, now the Vanguard. And the Vanguard say on top procurement by Ogbonge government don't reject the US report. They say truth no the inside, not transparent at all. And say Auditor General of the country, he needs to provide, the real reports you get on how far they don't do budget. All this one still there, even government they insist that the report is not true. But Ogata Koyakasai don't come out now, come begin to explain. Say, see why and why we will not feel return back to region type of government. And on the Federal Account Allocation Committee matter, NUPRC don't record $459.6 billion reduction in revenue, even with 3% rise inside waiting them pay for the month. The Vanguard go give you this gist and plenty other small. And the next newspaper this morning, now The Guardian. And inside The Guardian newspaper, 24 states don't backpedal on top electricity decentralization, sake of issue of tariff, issue of debt, and then plenty other yarns them. Fubara don't come out now to declare peace with Wike after meeting with Tinubu. Nigeria economy don't post 42.3% growth in Q2. And they also say he overpass waiting they even be expect. Still, for inside the matter, Abuja J don't come out now. They want say Nigeria democracy fit to collapse if they no do changes inside our INEC. Put your children for school, or you go sit down for inside prison. Now waiting go the state government. They tell parents be that. Men wey carry gun don't kill top oga of Benue APC come kidnap district head for inside Plateau State. People wey get mouth and levels for inside River State matter still dey say, shine your eye and torchlight Ibas 6 months emergency rule. And for inside of changes of the constitution, Tinubu, Akpabio, Abbas say bam, then stand due to support the women's reserved seats bill. Tension in Edo local government as acting chairmans don't collect notice of impeachment. Natasha case don't hang as women groups don't carry complaint reach United Nations. All of this and plenty more inside the Guardian newspaper. The Daily Trust come move to say on issue of our National Assembly, women seats bill don't they gain ground. DSS don dey question Malami on top attack on im convoy. FCT government don clear where kidnappers dey hide inside Abuja. And on Benue attack, dead body of 8 missing policemen na im dem don recover back. As Dembele Bonmati don collect big for 2025 Ballon d'Or awards. All of this and more inside the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. And the Daily Sun can come out to say, on constitution review, opportunity to deepen federalism, strengthen institutions. Now, Tinubu, they talk that one. How it talk, how the matter they go, enter Daily Sun, it did there, they wait for you. Nigeria lose $18 billion every year to financial crime. Abbas on that one. And for the accusation of wuru corruption, Igiaga, US don't say Nigerian politicians, where they feel say their hand there for corruption, they will no longer be giving them visa to that side. Say corruption fight, no border, no anybody face. Still, for inside the front page of the Daily Sun, on 2.4 trillion naira, House of Reps don't they ask for all the informate of payments to contractors from the AGF. Akpoti-Uduaghan case on top accusation of cybercrime against Akpabio don't hang. Courts don't put November 29 as the day to hear Osun case on top that their local government money. Presido plus myself, they work closely together. Fubara on that inside the Daily Sun newspaper. The Nigerian Tribune can come out to say senators, they divided on top the resume back to work of Natasha. As her trial on top accusation of cybercrime against Akpabio don't hang. They don't say may they come back on October 20 to finish up the case. Nigeria GDP don't expand by 4.23% in Q1 2025 as oil industry now then they push the growth. Tinubu, Fubara, they do father to son discourse for inside Aso Rock as governor they find guidance on how to avoid more wahala for rivers and say they in peace now with Wike. They don't recover back dead bodies of 8 missing policemen for Benue as bad guys then will carry gun go kill APC top Oga. US they threaten visa ban on corrupt Nigerian leaders. Nigeria lose $18 billion to financial crimes every year. Abbas. Courts don't put September 29 to hear Osun government case on top their local government money where they never released to them. And for the body matter report inside Nigerian Tribune, one study don't show say if you they inhale Igbo, they increase the risk for asthma attack by 44%. All of this and more inside the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. As we don't depack our kaya from the front pages of newspaper, we could bring you a little bit of sports. As Dolphins, Oyedeji just they speak good, they twale for Abodering after Zenith title win. Rogers, they held fitness level of Ihana Cho. Atalanta boss say na then deceive Lookman. Osimhen don't come back to training inside Gala. Chelsea, they eye Magnan to replace Sanchez. And the big gist inside the front of the Punch Sport Extra Ballon d'Or 2025, Dembele don't become the 6th French player to win the Ballon d'Or. Nadozie Madugu miss out on honors as Jokeres win top scorer award. All of this and plenty more inside the front and inside the paper of Punch Sports Extra. And this is a very wonderful place for us to close mouth on top the front pages of newspaper this morning as we say congratulations for all the winners of the Ballon d'Or. But do yourself a very huge favor. Get at least one of this paper. Read what's in the inside. Make your own for no loss. Join us tomorrow, same time, same station, for another wonderful edition of the front pages of the papers. But for now, no go anywhere. Big stories coming up next on Inside Naija for the station where your matter now we own. Welcome back to Inside Naija. And sharp this morning, I know I carry alone. I get Kola Wole on money inside the studio. We go follow us pieces, the big gist them we dig ground. Good morning, Kola. Well, now, starting the matter this morning, make we enter for the report. Punch newspaper don't do a report come out to talk about the plenty water palava so far as of September 20 inside this 2025. Now, from the report, they say 232 people now don't die. 121,224 others now don't be displaced. You get, and then 681 don't wound your different type of injury. 339,658 people record some kind of losses. Now, the deaths now from Niger, Adamawa, Taraba, Yobe, Borno, Gombe, and Jigawa. These 232 deaths so far. What do you get to talk on top of this? The losses so far on the 2025 flood, despite all of the warnings from NIMES and then all of the emergency things that we states and everybody they do.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. We understand the fact this is a natural disaster, and when it's the season like this, we need to always prepare for them. When it is rainy season, and that's the reason why they always give that report. And if you check the statistics now, you go know say now Niger State based on that Mokwa incident, now make the number high like this, and nationwide. Zamfara, compared to the information where they give, now only Zamfara state now, I never get a case of flooding so far among other states where they did say they will get. And we say the year don't finish anyway. So if you check the number of people who don't already die, go no say Mokwa incident carry the largest votes. And the number of people where they talk say then they miss between then and now, if they never even see them, it means say maybe we may even say maybe like 90% of them, we have to add them to the casualty figure. So it is unfortunate, say like over 200 dead, over 100 missing. So we should be able to learn our lesson from this because you will always get this kind of a massive record of casualty almost every year because we mostly wait for it to happen. I can even say we are lucky this year because if you check the projection, the prediction, compared to the number of casualty, you're going to say it's not too big like that. So we thank God for that. And while we are thanking God for that, it no mean say we're not supposed to do the needful. Because we call it natural disaster, it no mean say human factor no they involved. Waiting with the human factor when we dey do road, make we dey plan drainages with the road construction where we say we won't do. If contractor get a road project, no ignore drainages. If you ignore them, it go bounce. If you then give you say make you do them together, you just do the road, they come commission them, it go bounce back, and we go get this kind of situation. Don't dump rubbish anyhow. It still be part of it. You get so many factors where they always push for climate change. Make we avoid some of those things. It go help us. So in all this, everybody need one or two things to do to make sure say we avoid this kind of situation. People where they stay for crisis prone areas, like say riverine areas, so they don't want on a tire, say this thing don't make sense. It's either when the season come, may una plan how to relocate if government no get time for una to relocate because no matter the situation, when they count the figure of people wey don die, whether we like it or not, e no touch government, no stop them from doing their operations. Life continues. Highest we talk it 1 2 2 2 months, even less than that. People will go forget about that particular incident, they go move on. If not because of this report they are bringing out now, we don't already forget about Mokwa incident. We are waiting for another one to happen. So the best you can do as an individual. But say, oh, then when you say this river where you dey close to, when rain dey fall, men I know they stay there. You run away, maybe 2, 3 months. When the things subside, you come back. So it should be part of it. Government too should find a way. We dey always talk about government things, wetin they need to do. But the truth of the matter is that if government no act, government life, they can't value your life more than you do. And the moment you join the wrong statistics, it no stop them from operations. So it better make Nigerians to borrow lesson from some of these incidents.
Okay, so before we close, Marty, get some things then we never talk. Say they talk some of the things then where they stop their own response efforts, and they say something of resources shortage. Say they don't get enough resources. That one is alone is about 68%. Then they come say the communities they don't really get easy access to that place. You get and say make it hard for rescue teams or relief materials to reach there. It still says security risk another one. Then it comes to community resistance. Some communities not even want it. Just I pick up from what you just talk now. Say even if they don't do for you, you say do for yourself. But in a situation where some communities not even they even resist this one is they resist waiting you even want to for their own good. What more can you do on that?
Yeah, because they have this impression, say, in fact, then they talk, say, if they come, they say, God no go allow them to come. They will rather go to church, they will rather go to mosque to go and pray against it than to do the right thing. And they know that one no get anything. The God will give us brain, don't already give us everything what we need to do. You can't see a trailer like this approaching you and you say you want to jump enter road. But because they are not seeing the forces of that floor like a trailer, sometimes no even tell them saying they come. But they see trailer, they come, they approach them, then go run away. But this one, it will just come on away. People wey sabi pass una don already see front. They don't, the meteorological agency, they don't already forecast and say it go happen. But because they are not seeing the reality, they believe so, oh, they can still use prayer to avert it. You know, say we like prayer very well in this country. And they will still make excuse of, oh, poverty, I no get money, I no get any resources to relocate. But when the big incident happen, family member go accommodate them that time. Anyone will fit escape. So these are the things that you're willing to check. Family members will contribute for them. So either somebody been dey gist me, I think one of my colleagues in the talk say a particular location say water bin carry the entire house comot at a point. The person went back to go and rebuild on that same spot. So how you want to explain that kind of resistance to someone now? Say he don already teach you lesson, pack your entire property, but because you were lucky not to be in the building when it happened, you went and rebuild it. So that kind of person, it will take the grace of God to continue to save it. So we need more of commitment from everybody. You get some location where you know, say, oh, probably because you get a cheap land or even free land, you go build on top. You will need to factor, okay, this money where they buy cement, where they buy block, check it. How much it dey cost me? If one day, one incident to just wipe everything away with a condition that it might even involve your family members, not even only you. So why are you endangering your life and that of your family members because of this condition? Because whether we like it or not, then they always talk say ungoverned land still full everywhere for Nigeria. To say we are saying our population dey increase every day, we still get bushes everywhere. Look for somewhere else. At least leave that particular location. So they need to do more of this education because attitudinal change no be small thing for this country. You go need to invest more. Try to find a way of passing that message across to them for them to understand the danger. Like I insist, if you sight a trailer approaching you, now run, you go run. Come and look for road, cow. Nigerians they run. But when they tell them something where we say, if you even pack the entire family, because Malu go only knock down one person now, they will not run because they have no these people, God will not allow you to near me. But when it comes, now say our government, no, they try, they do this, they do that. I'm not saying this to exonerate government from this. It gets some certain and measure where you two supposed to take, where people go take you seriously. You understand? In a situation whereby they thought, okay, 68% of their budget they no see them. I mean the NEMA.
Resources, yes.
And to me, most of their intervention, it will always be reactive intervention, not even proactive one. Oh, it don't happen. We need to go and do rescue operation. We need to go and do more of
IDP camp,
giving them IDP camp and
food.
stuff like that. And at that time, then too, they always celebrate because at that time the money go fee come out from government hand because it don't already happen. But when it never happen, then get proactive measures in their mandate. Government will not take time to quickly give them that money to do the needful until they start buying things for people here and there. And because of procurement, you go see somebody wey chop money, wey chop like almost the larger percentage of the entire money. So it no too make sense.
Damn, Kolawole money on that one. This talk, I know we talk will go finish now. Now continuing talk, and we're going to bring more about as things them they unfold. But moving on, the lawmaker will represent Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, on Monday don't launch a strong case against the Ogbonge government. In her own word now, she said government they do double standard. Say then bring it before governor of Kogi State bring case with Gospel Akpabio bring case against her. Say she go talk that talk wey she talk for Ihima. Say dem wan plan kill her. She even go TV go talk am. Say immediately dem carry the matter up. But she now don dey carry matter against them since nobody take her matter serious. So she come dey call am double standard from the side of government. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, even though I get my reservations
Please, let's hear.
the way Natasha bin dey go about the stuff from the beginning, first we don't dey follow the story. But on this, I agree with her. I agree with her in the sense that if you check the case wey dem level against her compared to the one wey into petition the federal government, you go know say they focus more attention on okay, oh you say somebody dey defam another person because the person write a petition, they do follow up, and you are now even making it to be a criminal case when most of defamation case used to be civil case. You understand? So if you are linking it to be a criminal case, based on say okay, in our own case, if you are to say okay, then they look for her life, they won't kill her. That should be a top priority of anybody with them petition. Say okay, this one life matter, and they need to take it seriously. Because whether we like it or not, if we like make it raise alarm, how many people where they don't kill till today, they never still know who killed them, who killed the Legiwa, who killed this former power minister, Bola Ige. You understand? A number of them, endlessly that we can be mentioning them. So if they add your name to that record, you know me say them go get justice immediately. So for her to raise alarm, say, oh, they are looking for her, and she make it formal, and nobody attended to her at that time. And they now say, okay, this person, if you want to, I don't talk am when the DSS been carry, when DSS been carried a case of waiting the Sowore to court. I've been talk about am. Say, okay, can they allow Tinubu himself to do the prosecution? You understand? But this cyber crime that they are now making use now, this might be one of the fears of many people wait us okay, and this social media bill here and there. Say then go abuse them here and there. And that is what is happening right now. Before you know it, somebody go to the media and talk, they say cyber crime. Before you know it, somebody put on, they say cyber crime. That is what they are now leveraging now to say, okay, they want to prosecute this person because the provision there allows federal government to do prosecution and that of security agency. And if not, then defend you. You tell me, say, you accuse me, say I do something. I think say you won't spoil my reputation. What is stopping the Senate president himself from making the move? You understand? Why the federal government? And if two persons will come and report to you as a father, you choose to now say, okay, you want to follow up with the case of one of them, and you're a father. It means you are not playing your fatherly role as expected. Because it's either you caution both of them to go and put their house in order, or you find a way of solving the problem amicably. But for you to now choose to ignore one person's prayer and you choose to pursue another one, and from the body language of the way the National Assembly and that of executive arm of government been they romance each other, I mean the legislature and the executive, you go know say the body language reflect the fact that okay, it be like saying that the relationship between them now they want used against her. So I totally agree with her. If she accused them of double standard, I totally agree with that. But what the reservation where they talk about be say many of these things where she be dey push from day one, she forget enough evidence to do am. She for no do more of media trial. She for go file a case in court and make sure say she get enough justice. You understand? And again, the reason why I say I have reservation, even though waiting court tell her make she go do no get any link with her returning to the Senate or not, but she too at the point, court don't give her order to go do some certain things. She too know she no do am. You understand? So now my reservation be that. But for federal government to now choose to say, okay, now this person now I want take care of the case against her, he get her civil.
Okay, now, but for the issue now, which you get, 6 months don't expire and they still never call her back. In just a minute, what you get to talk about that?
Yeah, it's not fair to her, whether we like it or not, because if you punish somebody for 6 months, you are now leveraging on a series of court cases here and there, and it wasn't part of the condition of the suspension then. And they did not update Nigerians to say, okay, if Natasha carry or center court to this and in 6 months it will be extended or whatever. There was no any resolution before the floor of the house on top of that particular one. But unfortunately, the way they been the run things at the Senate now, it just be like, okay, you have to just belong to the big guys camp. And if you cannot do that, if you attempt to do anything contrary, then you will get punished.
Okay, so will you agree, say, politics don't enter this her matter because she
Why
don't
are
talk
you saying politics don't enter when politics start out?
enter right from time. Okay, now, for you to say they watch us, they listen to us, they don't shift the matter to October 20. You get to come back and then continue on. But still on top of this matter now, one joint body of women's rights organizations, different civil organizations of women now don't carry the case between Akpoti-Uduaghan and the Senate enter for United Nations inside a formal complaint where they submit to the UN Special Rapporteur on violence against women and girls. The Womanifesto Network, in short, this one now plenty people join. You get it all. It's representing more than 350 organizations. They say what the Senate they do now, it's against Nigeria obligation under the Convention on Elimination of All Form of Discrimination against Women. You get they talk now, say make UN pressure Nigeria government and Senate to obey the Federal High Court ruling and bring back Akpoti-Uduaghan immediately to establish impartial investigation into her harassment claim. Plenty women, FIDA, Amnesty International, Public Service, plenty women now sign this complaint. What do you have to say about that?
It's not a bad move, but with their ego, I know they should say it go get any effect on whether they go call her back or not. It gets implications, and I will explain the implications. But it's not like it's binding on the Senate now
Okay, you mean
to
the
do the
UN now, United Nations now, no fee,
They
should I
can't
say,
veto it.
impress upon the Senate, maybe tell them or call them somewhere, settle. UN no get power to make the Senate do this.
If they no want to do UN cannot compel them to do it.
Okay, so this move now, where these women organizations do, is not useful.
It's just to pressurize them. If you want to pressure them to say, okay, let us pressure them to do something. It's different from, okay, then get right to say, oh yeah, go and call Natasha back and she'll be called back. No, they don't get that right. The word where you talk now, where you say convention, you understand, obligation, say Nigeria don't already sign under that convention, say, okay, we go do this since 1985.
Yes.
The signing now obligation, say they get obligation.
Yes.
They not all say they bind it, say, okay, this will be the consequence. If you don't do this thing go happen.
But
If not law now, they tell us, okay, if you don't do this thing, you go to jail.
if you're a signatory to an agreement, you get a charter, an obligation that say they will not discriminate against women, already it's binding on you now.
For you, if you even respect your reputation in the first place, you're not supposed to kill against it. Maybe you now forget. They are now reminding you that you don't already sign this thing because all the people where they the party A and party B now, what was their age when this convention was signed? You understand? That was almost
They were
40
young.
years ago.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
minus 40 of all of them, how old were they when it was signed? But at least, if you don't even know, say it was signed, they are now reminding them it has been signed then. So, Wetin be the obligation of Nigeria to make sure say, okay, all the content, the provisions inside the convention, you want to respect it. So wetin be the implication if you no respect am? These are the part of the implication. Internationally, your reputation is at stake. Okay, person wey no dey too respect women right, e don already dey there. And again, if you get some other provision, maybe all this their intervention wey dem dey always do, dem go check your record. How you dey take respect rights of people in your country? Oh, I wan borrow money. Oh, I need so thing wey I wan make una come intervene in my country because of this. Dem go check your records whether dem go need to give you that grant or not. And don't forget, Nigeria na country wey be say even as we dey plan our annual budget, we still dey add the provision of this money wey we get from some of these agencies. Say, oh, this is the amount we are expecting from them this year. We dey add am to our budget. So now where the implication bin dey be that? Because Senate now go cite, dem go cite separation of power, dem go cite sovereignty, say dem get their own authority to do whatever in their own. Now the reason why I say their ego no go allow them to say they wan call Natasha back. But e get some other things wey dem go need to take prioritize them. For instance, e get some organization now, if they choose to come and invest in our country, they can check record, oh, how dem dey do gender equality in the country. Maybe it's part of their provisions wey be say any country wey no resonate, wey their activities no resonate with our own belief in this organization, we no go get anything to do with them. So these are the implications. But it's not something that is feasible. You can immediately see. They will only add it to the record. Oh, they can cite a case. Oh, we got this petition from so from Nigeria. Oh, because of that, this thing happened 2 years ago. It's as if they are not respecting women in that country. It's as if, oh, gender equality no dey for that country. So we will reduce wetin we dey do with them. We may cut tie with them and stuff like that. So many of those interventions wey UN and organization bin get, we may not be able to get subsequent one. The one we are doing right now, they may choose to say we want to threaten them that we are withdrawing because of this particular case. But to mandate Senate say now must for you to bring this woman back, they no get right to do that.
All right, so you don't hear am. But anyway, these people where they fight, they want say the one where Senate refuse to obey court order. Now dangerous sign to women in politics. Anyway, we see the wait for the UN Special Rapporteur Office to answer to that petition. But still, another thing about 750 women from all over Nigeria. So they move from different states. They come to Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, gather for Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development on Monday before they move to Transcorp Hilton side to the public hearing. And their push now say that special seats bill where they wanted to change for 1999 country law book to put 10% of seats in National Assembly for women and 5% for persons with disability, made them make sure say it stand right now inside the constitution. What do you have to say about this match?
Yeah, their move no bad. Some men or some people been they call them tokenism. You understand? Say they're supposed to do the normal thing. After all, they say what men can do, women can do better. Why are they agitating for special seat and what have you? But it no bad. And the reason, one of the reasons why it no bad, you know so many factors in this country where they always work against women.
Damn.
We don't talk them repeatedly. One of it, we say, okay, if you want to check cultural factors, say, oh, how we were brought up, even from the day of conception, the moment where, oh, they hear say, oh, this person get belle, then go do test. Oh, now baby get day, then go squeeze face. Now baby boy, wow. At that point, issues don't they? Even from day one, they never even born the pikin. Why? Because of the culture. Or say, oh no, now male and child, now better pass the female. And there's no any point or anywhere you can really prove that one. But now waiting society can't give us with that. Now waiting we grow up to they know be that. So based on that, even women on their own, they want male child. Because of this,
yes.
Because of the family pressure, because
yes. Say if you never get male child, your leg never strong for husband. How?
So from that at that point, when they are now going again, you see, say, even among all the siblings, women again, go dey prioritize some certain things to be say na the work for girls.
Homemaking,
You
yes. How
understand?
to keep
This
home.
one na for work for boy. E no suppose be like that. So
Absolutely.
it will take years for us to be able to correct some of these negative narrative. You understand? Again, when they are now coming into politics, they now get married. In the first place, they will need to go and seek consent from their husband before they even join politics. That
Yes.
those are the ones that even have the mind to say, okay, we won't go join. Again, then go talk say they won't do meeting for night.
Yes.
Then go need to go and take permission again. And
Yes.
most occasions, men no go allow their women
To
to
go
go
to
dey do
meeting
night
for
meeting.
night.
Of those things, if you check am, you go know say so many factors dey wey no make women to fully compete with their male counterparts. So if they say they wan make this move, e no bad.
But
And
if
guess
there is,
what? Eh?
I want to say, if they reserve this seat for them, most of these points that we still raise, especially the meeting at night, taking permission, it will still come into
Now
play.
they now have a seat. Regardless of the situation, they have that particular seat. Now them get up. Nobody
10%
dey drag
must be
am
women.
with them. And mind you, worldwide, we get no be only Nigeria, na this one one start. 19 countries.
Yes.
Now they reserve seats
Yes, for women.
for women. You understand? And if dem talk make dem no reason say, oh, this one no, na oyinbo thing, no be only oyinbo thing. Even in Africa, out of that 19 countries, in Africa we get 6 countries out of 19 in Africa
We
here.
reserve seats
We
in the
reserve
assembly
seats.
for women.
That one is not even enough.
Who
Among this
does not
country
do
now, we
it?
get Rwanda, we
Ah,
get Uganda, we get Kenya, we get Tanzania, we get Sudan. You understand? Out of these 6 countries, none of them is even talking about 10%. The lowest among them is 25%.
for women.
Women, the lowest is 25%. But Nigeria is talking about 10% right now. Now, even Rwanda is giving 60. Currently, they have 60% of women in their parliament. So if you now check it, you go know say no be bad move. Now they make because so many factors will not allow women to compete reasonably. For instance, currently now we have 3 of them out of 109 at the Senate. Out of the 3, they don't already suspend 1. Remaining 2. So they are being toothless. So if they give them that thing, in fact, to me, if you ask me, I would say maybe they even give them more than 10%. The only one where I no one here, where I no one here, where they make move right now in the ongoing constitutional review, we see this 10% these people are agitating for, they want to add it up to the existing number. You understand? That one made them no even go there at all. No, they make agitation. Say, okay,
Yes, yes,
can we
yes.
get more number of lawmakers at the House of Representatives and at the Senate to now enable them to give them that 10%? You understand? But that one is not a case right now. Because currently some people are even agitating, say, okay, the number of our lawmakers are
Too
too
much.
much. We need to even reduce them or make we even match them together, maybe in the cameral legislature. So from the existing number, may they give these people their 10% when they request for, or if they can even jack it up more than 10%.
Yeah.
If other countries that are even lower than Nigeria, they've been giving 25%, 30%, and some countries even getting up to 60%. So why can't we?
Okay, so you don't hear them say 10% good, very good agitation. If they full even increase them, better for us. Now, so they close mouth on top inside Nigeria this morning, caller. Peter Obi, presidential candidate of Labour Party in 2023 elections and former governor of Anambra State, don't come out. If they tackle First Lady Oluremi Tinubu on top that appeal where she do say, my birthday they come oh, as they come oh, anything where you want dash me, just monetize and send them to the fund. No, take build our national library. Wetin you get to talk about the appeal itself, wetin Peter Obi talk, say no be saying a bad idea, but this National Library have been getting budgetary allocation and still up till now nothing. Meanwhile, money dey to do other things. Just quickly in 2 minutes.
Yeah, the statement wey me talk is not a bad statement based on the reality wey dey for the country and the kind of priority attention wey we dey always give to capital projects in the country. Not only National Library, e get so many other abandoned projects in Nigeria, and it's a way call to say, okay, how many of those abandoned projects we dey pay attention to? or waiting with the priority attention. Kudos to the First Lady for her to reason in this direction. If she choose not to say anything about them, nobody they even remember say one national library, they one place, may they abandon. You understand? She can choose to collect a normal cake, do a normal celebration, get gifts, endless one, and they
Okay,
not
so
able to
wetin
stop
she
her.
do no bad.
You know, but
If
you
you
know,
wan send her
but
anything,
you know,
do
but
national address
that
on
is
am.
creativity. That is initiative. If government cannot even work, can we beg most of our big politicians to also follow suit? To say, okay, if we cannot be able to, if we lavish our money, we spend it mostly on the current expenditure. Can we find a way of getting it back from you guys and use it to do some of this intervention? Even though it's the responsibility of the federal government, but in a situation whereby you say, okay, you want to spend 100 naira in a whole year, you have almost 70 naira on top of the current expenditure. You pay salary, overhead cost, you travel here and there. You understand? You want to, the remaining one is what you want to put for capital project. Out of this capital project, where you be talk about, maybe release is 10 naira out of the 100 naira. The remaining 20 naira, you did not release it. So we'll be having most of these abandoned projects. And unfortunately, when we have a new government, they may choose to abandon that particular project. They will say, oh, no, be their initiative. They will say, if we do them now, the government will start and go talk, say, no, be them, be this thing, them initiate them and stuff like that. So that one, they always did there. So we don't, it's not shocking to see this kind of abandoned project. Today, they are talking about a library, national library. We get many of them nationwide like that. So we appreciate the initiative of the First Lady, but beyond that, we should be pay much attention to waiting they happen to our capital projects in the country. For instance, in a situation throughout this year now, with last year we did not hear say they owe any one naira that had to do with current expenditure. But the capital expenditure of last year, then carry and they are still implementing it this year. They say the one that is meant for this year, they will implement it next year. Can anybody take us serious in this country in that regard? So if we cannot work seamlessly, so okay, this is what you budget from January to December, and you implement it, then the issue is it doesn't make any sense. So it's better they pay more attention to
To
capital
capital project.
projects than the current. Or maybe they allow both of them to flow. Respect it. In
Okay,
a situation whereby the government is even boasting now, saying in August we don't already meet
make
our
our revenue
revenue
target
target.
for this
So it means the next 4 months we are right now, from September right now to December, whatever they are getting is jara, is extra for them.
year. And
So
they
there
say they go
shouldn't be
start.
excuse of not implementing some of these projects.
They said they will start 2025 budget from this September. They said it. The budget implementation of 2025 starts this September.
So it does it really sound, does it make any sense? Does it make sense if the last quarter of the year is when you start implementing capital projects? Does it make sense? How can we move in that regard? When you have 365 days in a year and you choose the last 90 days to say, okay, that is where you want to be implementing capital projects. And the capital project is where all Nigerians nationwide can say, okay, this is how I'm benefiting from the government. Because now that one they record dividends of democracy. But in a situation whereby you make it secondary and you choose when you want to start to implement it, then the Nigerians will suffer because they will not enjoy your government.
All right. Thank you so much, Kola Ole Omoni. Unfortunately, this now where we go draw cutting on top of the show. Thank you so much, sir, for today.
Thank you very much for having me.
And for you, every say you they listen, hope so you continue to subscribe to our pages. They follow us on top social media and those at Christed Radio TV. The giveaway still they go on. The giveaway still they go on. Sharply, sharply. The question for today: what be the full meaning of Christ said? What be the full meaning of Christ said? Right under this video, either for YouTube, for Facebook, or any of our social media handles, TikTok, X, or even Instagram. Wetin be the full meaning of Christ said, and you will be the lucky winner, the big win today. Catch you again tomorrow, same time, same station, on top another beautiful edition of Inside Naija. But coming up next, another wonderful program, Day on the Line. No go anywhere. No comot for this TV, no comot for this radio, not do any other thing. Enjoy all wetin we dey carry come give you. My name na Princess Aniana. Good morning.